My name is Johan Terve and I am the VP Marketing at Aptilo Networks. I will now give you an overview of the Aptilo Virtual Service Provider innovation. With Aptilo's Virtual Service Provider innovation, the operators get the highly standardized and scalable way to sell managed corporate LANs and Wi-Fi services through channels. Our virtual service provider innovation is really managed B2B corporate Wi-Fi services in 2 levels. The operator offers managed Wi-Fi to, and for that matter, LAN to their B2B customers. We call them virtual service providers. The B2B customer, in turn, act as a virtual service provider and offer managed Wi-Fi to their own customers. We call them tenants. The tenants, which can be both business customers and consumers, get their own private network with Wi-Fi. The network is private on the LAN side using VLAN technology. All the traffic from multiple tenants can flow in the same physical cable, but each tenant get their own private network using the VLAN technology. This is an unprecedented, uniform and scalable way for operators to sell managed Wi-Fi through channels. It is also optionally possible to add guest Wi-Fi services so that the virtual service providers can offer a shared guest Wi-Fi service to their own customers. The Aptilo Virtual Service Provider innovation can be used in many ways. Here are some of the most evident use cases. Real estate owners can provide a managed private network service to their business customers, just as they provide other amenities such as water and electricity. Co-working offices can provide network as a service. This is an ideal as tenants, the companies that rents the office space, can quickly grow and always have their own virtual network at hand. Exhibition centers can benefit with the software-defined flexibility and quickly provide a virtual private network to exhibitors. Companies running apartments, or as they say in the US, MDUs, can provide a managed Wi-Fi service to their families. A very useful feature in this case is the hierarchical account structure in the Aptilo service management platform, where family members and their devices can be arranged in a hierarchical fashion under the same main account. They can even share the same data quota or time quota. Shopping malls can provide virtual private networks to stores for cash registers, printers, and electrical billboards on the very same infrastructure used for visitors' guest Wi-Fi. So, who manage what? Most operators of today has a system integration arm, many times through recent acquisitions. With Aptilo Virtual Service Provider innovation, the operator can deploy one local area network, one LAN, and one secure Wi-Fi network at the B2B customer's premise as a managed service. The operator may also agree with the B2B customer to use the existing infrastructure and even take over the responsibility for it. This is possible due to the fact that Aptilo SMPs have specific support for all leading Wi-Fi vendors. The operator or the owner of the LAN defines virtual VLANs in the local network infrastructure, including the Wi-Fi access points. The operator then utilizes the multi-tenant Aptilo SMP Venue Wi-Fi Manager to define the B2B customer as a virtual service provider. The B2B customer acting as a virtual service provider now gets administrative rights to administer their own customers. We call them tenants, and to map these customers to one of the defined VLANs. The B2B customer can also give administrative rights in their own tree structure to allow their own tenants to administrate their own users and sessions. The operator gets totally offloaded from the daily operations of the Wi-Fi service. This is really the beauty of this. They can concentrate on maintenance of infrastructure and creation of the physical VLANs IDs only. The operator, as I said, get a highly standardized and scalable way to provide managed corporate Wi-Fi services. They can use, as we said, one LAN infrastructure and one secure Wi-Fi SSID, while still allowing each of their B2B customers to act as a virtual service provider. The B2B customers, own customers, get their own private network using VLAN technology. The appropriate VLANs must be implemented in the infrastructure, AP routers, etc. In the Aptilo SMP, each user is mapped to a VLAN. Based on the user login, Aptilo SMP tells the AP which user belongs to which network. And the user experience is excellent, as the user only have to log in once to this secure Wi-Fi network, and then they will be automatically onboarded to the Wi-Fi network every time they are at the premise. The tenants get access to their own network equipment, such as printers and servers, separated from other tenants through VLANs. Although the traffic flows in one cable, it is just like each tenant had their own network. It is possible to map a user to a VLAN name, even if the actual VLAN ID is different at different locations. So Aptilo has chosen to have an aggregation or a level above the VLAN IDs, because we realized that you cannot maintain the same VLAN ID at every location. Since the same VLAN name can be used across location, it is easy for instance, a co-working office to offer their tenants a private network across locations, like in this example, where the blue tenant has office spaces in all 4 locations, while the orange tenant only have office in one location, the Helsinki office. It is even possible to make a separation down to department level with the same tenant if multiple VLANs per tenant is used. Time to sum up the benefits and, or rather the workload versus the benefits with this solution. For the operator, it's all about network management and handling that operational expense and capital expense. They have to set up the VLAN, the owner of the network infrastructure have to set up the VLANs, of course. For the virtual service provider, the B2B customer, they map VLAN to specific tenants. And they have some admin, like changing tuners in printers, perhaps. This can also be outsourced or forward to the tenant themselves, of course. For the tenant, it's only about administrating their own users and maybe add papers in printers, etc. So the benefits, it's very clear. For the operator, it's a very scalable B2B approach. They can monetize this, they get the closer relationship with the B2B customer. They can even get indoor footprint for their own subscribers by adding a separate SSID. And they can use one SSID for their whole operation and use it for thousands of business customers. And optionally, they can offer a guest Wi-Fi service as a shared B2B service. The virtual service provider can monetize from this towards their tenants, and they can do that with just some operational expenses, no capital expenses at all. And they get happy tenants. And the tenants themselves get a secure private Wi-Fi network with access to all internal network resources. They have no CapEx, just OpEx, and they get a unified user experience across sites. And if they want to, they can have also a private network also for sensitive internal departments, as it's possible to add another VLAN for them. That was it. This is the overview of the virtual service provider innovation from Aptilo, and we certainly think that this will be a very good tool for operators to really scale their B2B services. Thank you.